Well, good afternoon. When there's no facts or very few facts, conspiracy theories run wild. I'm going to tell you my theory. I think that kid had help. I think he had help and he didn't even know it, right? It's not like they're going to contact him directly and say, "Oh, hey, Thomas, you want to come help us out?" Right? You're going to get killed in the process, but hey, you'll be a hero, right? No, nobody contacted him directly. But they knew he was going to attack. They figured it out. Well, how could they do that? He didn't buy the gun. He took his dad's gun. Yeah, I know he did. But the kid was making bombs. They found bombs in the van. He rented the van, for crying out loud. The van had Arizona license plates on it that somehow pulled up. The kid pulls out a ladder and his gun and climbs on a roof 130, 200 yards, whatever away, and climbs on a roof. A cop climbs up his ladder that he brought, sees him, and then retreats and doesn't start firing at the kid. No, he had help. He was making bombs. You think for 1 minute the NSA and the CIA and the FBI, with all their spiders running around on the internet, watching everything we do, looking for keywords here and that and the other, purchases of bomb making materials, you think for a minute they didn't know he was going to do this? They knew. And they left cracks. They left a little slip for him to come in, get on that roof, and take his shots. They knew it was going to happen. And after he fired his shots, then they killed him to make it look legit and say, "Oh, well, he was a lone gunman. He had help. And he didn't even know it." I mean, what else makes sense? What other plausible explanation can you have? You think that kid, 20 years old, on his own, rented that van with Arizona license plates on it, threw his homemade bombs in there, and a ladder, and his rifle, and got out and just managed to evade everybody and get on the roof and then go across three different roofs and just made it miraculously. Nobody saw him until the people at the rally saw him at least a minute or two before he fired the shots and told police. And still, he got off his shots. You mean to tell me you think that all just happened by coincidence? It didn't. They knew he was making bombs. There is no way. If you think that they didn't know he was going to go out there and do that, if you think they didn't figure it out, I got some property for you on Anthrax Island too. They knew. If you watch the very first press conference, like 2 or 3 hours after the event, when some FBI dude and the two local officials came out and talked, you look at the body language and the facial expressions of those two local officials, and you tell me they're being completely honest, that they're not deceiving you in some way. They knew. There is no way in the world that the NSA, the CIA, the FBI, the intelligence agencies did not know about this kid. There's no way. Everybody should be really mad. And if you think you can trust the FBI after all the fake cases and stories and plots they made up against Trump, I could list them all, but you already know them. There's at least a half dozen, maybe 10 of them. All the court cases. You can't trust the FBI or the CIA or the NSA any further than you can dropkick them. They knew he was going to attack, and they let it happen.